What's up, YouTube? This is NYG31 here. I just saw this breaking news from SNY that the Mets DFA'd Thomas Nido. I get that Thomas Nido haven't hit for power, he haven't hit for a batting average, but to get rid of him when he have 2 years left on his contract, instead of getting rid of Daniel Vogelbach, that really pisses me off because now you're gonna have to eat Thomas Nido's contract while you DFA him, and then if you don't send him back or option him to Syracuse, somebody's gonna pick him up, right? Not that other team that's gonna eat his contract. We're gonna have to eat his contract instead of DFAing Daniel Vogelbach, who is far the worse than Thomas Nido is. I don't get why Daniel Vogelbach is still on the team. Our batting average for DH is far the worst in the National League. It's probably worse in the major leagues. Who knows? I didn't even look up the stats, but it's not looking good for the DH spot. You know, I'm glad that Auburn Narvaez come back now. He's probably going to play tomorrow or whatever, or play the next day. That second game of the series. But getting rid of Thomas Nido, I get the idea that Thomas Nido, if you can't carry 3 catches because you waste a roster spot or whatever, but getting rid of Thomas Nido with a 2-year contract, Lubin, I don't get it. You should have got rid of Daniel Vogelbach, right? You could have played Mark Vientos DH every single day because you haven't played him much since he came up here. He's been at 172 since he came up here. To get rid of Thomas Nido instead of Daniel Vogelbach, who can't hit for power, who driving 1 run, actually 1 production against the Blue Jays, driving in runs. This guy, Daniel Vogelbach, is not consistent. He's a bum. He's a worthless piece of shit. He's not a nice guy. He's a bum. He's a bad guy. That bad guy needs to be off my team. Why he's on my team, I do not know. This is some bullshit. How the hell Daniel Vogelbach is still on the team? You should have kept Thomas Nido, even though you can't carry 3 catchers. You could have kept Thomas Nido. He'd probably be the 3rd catcher or the emergency catcher if Narvaez and Alvarez got hurt. Nido would have been in the emergency catcher. I don't get why you DFA Thomas Nido when he had a 2-year contract, Lubin, instead of getting rid of Daniel Vogelbach, who is the worst of all the Mets. I don't believe Daniel Vogelbach is still on this team. He's wasting a roster spot. He needs to be assassinated. He needs to be gone. This guy needs to be gone. Period. You can't get rid of Thomas Nido, who has a 2-year contract. You can't do that. Always you got to eat his money when some other teams pick him up. That's ridiculous. I am not happy about this. I will risk carrying 3 catchers than keeping Daniel Vogelbach. Until then, this is NYG31 signing out.